Please don't judge me because I have another book haul. There's two stacks. There's two stacks on here. This, I'm fairly certain, is all romance, is what I tried to organize it into. And this is general fiction, thrillers, and fantasy. And I literally just organized my bookshelves because I needed a bigger shelf. So I've got all my beautiful books that I've already read because I kept buying more books, needed to kind of figure out a way to have more space on my bookshelves. So I made a thriller cart. These are all the thriller books I have not read. And then on the back side, I have Colleen Hoover because I don't know what I want to do with the Colleen Hoover books because I also keep finding them at the thrift store. So I keep buying them because they're $2. Anyway, I'm going to stop yapping. I guess I should start with I recently found Layla at the thrift store. I read this book years ago and loved it. So, yeah, I'm going to put it back over here. I've only had this together for not too long and I like it so far. I like that the thrillers are right here when I need them. I also have a few thrillers in the stack that we're about to go through. So we should do this. We should do this very quickly. So yes, I've been buying a lot of books. Also trying to build a whole library. And I know that to be considered a library, you need to have 1,000 books. I don't think I have 1,000 books total. I'm not going to count. I will when I move into a new apartment because that's when I will officially aim for 1,000 books or more. And I also want to make sure that the books that I have in my library are books that I love. So far, most of the books on the shelf I have read. I have not read the books on this shelf, and obviously the ones that I'm about to show you today, I've read some, but I haven't read some. As I grow my book collection, I want to make sure that I'm growing it with books that I'm loving and enjoying and also wanting to read. So there's going to be a lot of books here. I think I was in the mood to read a fluffy romance. So when I saw fluffy romances, I kept buying them. Anyway, I think we should get started. I'm going to try to be very quick so that this video is not a million years long. The Bookish Life of Nina Hill. I already have the selection, but I found it in hardcover. And a part of me wants to get hardcover of books that I love, but I don't know. Anyway, I found it in hardcover. It's in excellent condition, so I'm gonna keep this and try and display it on my shelf. It's literally just the same cover. It's not a special edition or anything, but I love it. The American Roommate Experiment. I have a couple other Elena Armas books, so excited to add that. Rush and Fever by Maya Banks. I think these are just very spicy books, and I saw both of them and I was like, okay, sure, why not? A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime by Monica Murphy. The Corpse in the Closet by Lucy Score. I have The Dead Guy Next Door by Lucy Score. I think these are part of like some sort of series, I think Siri just answered me on my computer, which is kind of creepy. It's kind of like the Alexa from Amazon. That's kind of creepy. I said series, not Siri. Anyway, The Stand-In by Lily Chu. Boyfriend Material by Alexis Hall. I feel like it's going to give me Red, White, and Royal Blue vibes. Yeah, because he's famous. Yeah. Anyway, Romantic Comedy by Curtis Sittenfeld. I can't tell you how excited I was to find Get Alive, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. I love Talia Hibbert. Oh my goodness. And I can't wait to read this. I've already read Archer's Voice, so I just want to add this on my bookshelf. Okay, then I found another Mia Sheridan book, Grayson's Vow. The Book Rule by Sarah Adams. Only Love Can Hurt Like This by Paige Toon. I know I didn't really like this book. I mean, it was mid. I gave it 3 stars. However, I read Terms and Condition, the second book, and I loved it. So when I saw this, I knew I would be mad at myself because I know in the future I'm going to want to collect all 3 of them. And I knew I would be mad at myself for not getting this. It's like brand new too. Anyway, this is The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. Sorry Not Sorry by Sophie Ranald. The Santa Suit by Mary Kay Andrews. I already read this year. It's a very short Christmas book and I like it. I'm going to put it on my shelf. For some reason, I saw a couple Christmas books on the same day, but this is A Cat Cafe Christmas by Cody Gary. Make Me by Tessa Bailey. I think, Chase Me by Tessa Bailey. I feel like that stack of book is about to fall, but we're just going to pretend it's not and keep going. I have Misfit by Elle Kennedy. The Deal by Elle Kennedy. Tell me why I'm pretty sure this is the second Bridgerton book. Yeah, this is the second one. And I found this and I was like, oh, okay, I suppose I might start collecting the Bridgerton books. Probably not, but if I keep finding them, I'll keep buying them, you know? The Nanny by Lana Ferguson. Neon Gods by Katie Robert. I have decided if I'm going to read any dark romances, I have to thrift them. I'm not buying them new. I'm not even finding them on Facebook Marketplace. If I thrifted, okay, because it's $2. That's my justification. Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. My grandmother asked me to tell you she's sorry by Frederick Bachman. I have been finding Frederick Bachman books like nobody's business so much at the thrift store. All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven? Every Last Word. Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. My friend said she watched this movie. Now I want to watch the movie, but first I want to read the book. We're entering my thrillers now, so I have The Silent Sister by Diane Chamberlain. Do You Remember by Frida McFadden. I don't remember when I found this, but I'm collecting Frida McFadden books. I've already read it. You Should Have Known, You Shouldn't Have Come Here, A Stranger in the House, The Wife Upstairs, The First Mistake, Two Can Keep a Secret, The Guest List. I feel like some people either love this book or hate this book, so I'm curious to see what my opinion will be. The Woman in Cabin 10, In a Dark, Dark Wood by Ruth Ware. I was just waiting for the books to finish toppling over before I continue. But anyway, The Thinnest Air by Minka Kent, Where They Last Saw Her. I actually want to get a different copy of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, but I got this off Facebook Marketplace. I did not realize that it was this type of edges, and this is a sensory nightmare for me. I can't stand it. However, I want to reread The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue and annotated, so I wanted a paperback copy, and I think I'm gonna try and find a paperback copy that is not this version, but I like the inside of it. Do you see that? Like, that's so cool. And also it's like slightly bigger. It's not a regular size paperback, you know? So I do like it, but I think I'm still gonna be on the lookout for a copy that is not a sensory nightmare. I don't know. We'll see. If I find another copy, I'll either give this one away or sell it. We're in the fantasy realm, by the way. Blade of Secrets by Trisha Levenseller. I think I have Daughter of the Pirate King by the same author, and I have not read either of them. So this is book 2 to a book I already have, but this is Blood and Honey by Shelby. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. The first book is... What is the first book that I have by this author? I have Serpent and Dove by the same author, so now I have Blood and Honey by the same author. Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. I got this from the same person on Facebook Marketplace, and this also has the very rough edges, and it is a sensory nightmare for me. So I will also keep an eye out for if I find this book, but not in the rough edges. But I also really like, it's kind of like a blend of paperback and hardcover. So I kind of like that. However, I would not be able to read this at all. We're almost done. Stepsister by Jennifer Donnelly. Pretty sure this is like a reverse Cinderella story, kind of. Yeah, she's the ugly stepsister who cut off her toes to fit into Cinderella's shoes. Legend Born by Tracy Dion. I want to find Bloodmark and hopefully read both of them before the next book comes out this year. So we'll see. And last but not least, I think this is the only other hardcover besides the selection. These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. I feel like I've heard about this on Book Talk, but not too much. So when I saw it, I was like, that sounds familiar, but like it's not as familiar as some of the other books that I've shown that are popular on Book Talk. But anyway, I think we should just agree to have like monthly or maybe every other month book hauls of the books that I find while I'm out thrifting, because I don't think I'm going to stop buying books, but I also don't want to just keep having book hauls. And also I want to make sure that they fit on my shelves. So I'm going to put these books on the shelves, put my thrillers onto my thriller cart, and make sure that they all fit. And when next time I'm buying books, I will try not to go too crazy. But you know what? I'm going to read them. I'm going to read them eventually. So thank you so much for watching this haul. As soon as I'm done putting these books away, I'm going to start Reckless. And I'm so excited because I just finished the Red Queen series the other day. I finished Warstorm and I loved it. So I'm hoping that I also love Reckless. And then after that, I need to either start the Shatter Me series, my reread, or I need to start Throne of Glass. In the meantime, after I read Reckless, I'm going to jump into my fluffy romances. I feel like 'tis the season. It is freezing outside. It's negative outside right now and it's way too cold. But when Valentine's Day came around, I was like, man, I want some fluffy romances. So that's why I bought too many fluffy romances. Anyway, I'm done yapping. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.